Now we have a pretty complicated table here, but let's take just a few of these times and look at them. Time 0, we're at height of 0. Time is 6 seconds, we're at a height of 0. Time is 7 seconds, we're at negative 140 feet. Okay, put those into a little table right here. All right, and use words to explain these things. Now at time 0, you start off at 0, you are at ground level, aren't you? Where the height is what? The height here is 0, isn't it? So ground level, you're at height of 0. Same thing, 6 seconds over here. 6 seconds, you are also at ground level again, aren't you? Okay. At 7 seconds, can we think about that a little bit? We go over 1 second, we're up at about 80. 2 seconds, about up here, 160. 3 seconds, we're up at 180. At 6 seconds, we're at ground level. How do you go below ground level? Okay, how do you go below ground level, right? That's what the negative 140 means. If you keep on going with this graph here and you use the math, you get to a negative 140, okay, which is below ground level, which you can't do. So the time must stop at 6 seconds, okay? Now, at what time is the height 120 feet? Looks like there's your 120, and it's about 1.5. Of course, this was a sketch, right? And 120's here, you're more than 4 and less than 5. So it's more than 1 and less than 2 and more than 4 and less than 5. But if we use our formula now, at what time will the height be 120 feet? Well, there's my formula. Plug in 120 right here for this. Take the S of t, get rid of that, and plug in 120. Then subtract the 180 from both sides. Okay? Bring this down. Bring down your equals. You're going to get 120 minus 180 is a negative 60. All right? Now we can divide this by the negative 20. Divide this by negative 20. Okay, so they're going to cancel. These 20s are going to cancel. This equals the negative 60 over the negative 20. Now you're going to end up with 3 over here. You're going to have t minus 3 squared over here because these 20s, negative 20s are going to go away. T minus 3 squared equals, you're going to get 3. Copy that up here and continue on. Now to get rid of the square, we will take the square root of this. That will just leave you t minus 3. Taking the square root of this leaves you 2 minus 3. When you take the square root of this, you're going to get a plus or a minus square root of 3. All right? So you're going to have two answers here. Two answers. One where you end up with a plus square root of 3 and one where you end up with a minus square root of 3. So your t minus 3 must be about, if you take this square root of 3, put it into a calculator, you get 1.732. Round that off to be about 1.73. Or don't forget the negative value. Don't forget the negative square root of 3. The negative square root of 3 is right here. Round it off, okay? Now we're going to add 3 to this. And we're going to get t is about 4.73. Or add 3 here. You're going to get t is about, and if you have $3, and you spend $1.73 of it, you have $1.27 left. Okay, so these are my two times, and that means the ball will be 120 feet above the ground at 1.2 seconds and at 4.373 seconds.